Another day, another big fat sweaty L for the video game industry, man. Modern multiplayer gaming, in my opinion, is just utter garbage. And it's because of what we're going to look at today, the fact that everything is just so over-moderated. My friend got banned from Call of Duty, an 18-plus game, for swearing. But not only are games monitoring what you say in voice chat, they're now monitoring what you say outside of the game's voice chat and on other platforms. New update to Riot Games Terms of Service gives League of Legends devs the right to respond to players' off-platform conduct with penalties in-game. You know, I've never played League of Legends before, and now that I see this, I'm glad I've never played League of Legends, and I never will. You're gonna spy on me if I play your game? No thanks. I'm good. Another day, another step closer to blanket internet authoritarianism. This time, as League of Legends developer Riot Games has updated their terms of service to allow them the right to issue in-game penalties to players who engage in harmful, off-platform behavior while using any of the company's video game services. Now, what exactly counts as harmful? Is it maybe using slurs, or is it something as mild as teabagging? Because I remember there was one developer who stopped an entire tournament because someone teabagged in it. Let's say I'm playing a Riot game and I teabag someone in the game after I take them out. Is Riot gonna come after me and take my account down or whatever, or penalize me? That's pathetic. Or let's say I'm playing a Riot game on stream and in the heat of the moment I say, wow, he's hiding in the corner, what a sweaty nerd. Are they gonna say, oh no, that's too harmful, we have to take his account down, we have to penalize him, he can't hurt little Timmy's feelings? Come on, man, you can't be serious with this shit. And for those of you out there saying, oh no, they'd only do that for something like racial slurs, I doubt it. I've seen people get banned from Xbox for sending a message like, wow, you had to triple team me to beat me? GG. Or sending a message like, you're bad, kid. Some of these companies are soft as shit when it comes to games and what they ban you for. Prime example, my friend getting banned from an 18-plus game for swearing, when funnily enough, the operators in Call of Duty swear themselves! But at least that kind of stuff is on-platform behavior, it's in the Call of Duty voice chats or in the Xbox messaging. But off-platform is pathetic unless it's something like doxing or swatting. That is, in my opinion, the only thing that should be punished when it comes to off-platform behavior. Because it's not on the game, so who cares? It's not your responsibility. I don't want you spying on me just because I play your game to make sure I'm not saying anything bad on stream. I don't know, man, you would have never seen some shit like this back on the Xbox 360 or PS3. As detailed in a November 26th blog post published to the developer's official website, this change, one of 4 recently made to said user agreement in service of evolving with games and the content ecosystem to make the best possible experience for our players and creators, clarifies that off-platform conduct and behavior connected to our IP is now subject to our terms of service. Ah yes, we want the best experience possible for the consumer, so what we decided to do is tell the consumer that every single thing they do on or off our platform, we will spy on them like a hawk. Amazing experience, am I right, guys? I remember back in the day, I used to watch a creator called OMG It's Birdman, and he put out a video just absolutely torching the developers of Call of Duty. If that were done today with the Riot developers, they'd probably ban him. That's the pathetic reality we live in, because you don't think these devs are gonna go on power trips to people shit-talking them? Of course they are. I can't remember where I've heard this, but I heard Riot Games is very soy when it comes to banning people in games over what they say.
I actually looked forward to drinking Soylent every day.
Our intention with this update is to help protect players from harmful behaviors they can experience across the various places that touch their gaming experience, explained Riot Games. This update applies very specifically and only to content where Riot's games are the background of the content produced. There's two things I want to mention. They say they're doing this to help protect the players. I don't believe that. I believe this is done so they can spy on players and have a power fantasy over them, to scare them into thinking and acting the way Riot wants them to, even when not in their game but producing content around their game. You know, when it comes to the game itself, if you want to have very strict rules on what people can and cannot say or do in the game, it's your game, okay? You can make whatever rules you want. But I don't like this off-platform policing garbage. Another thing I want to bring up is they say they can police things where Riot Games are the background of whatever the content is. So with that logic, if they consider what I say hateful in one of my videos where I use a Riot game as the background as unrelated gameplay footage, they could literally ban me from their games. That is sad. That does not make a better experience. That makes a worse, more controlling experience that I just don't want any part of. As an example, if a creator uses hateful slurs about an opposing player or teammate on their stream, but not in-game over chat or voice comms, we can still issue a penalty as if that behavior occurred in-game, they explained. TLDR, if you say or do things that break our terms of service while broadcasting or creating content about our games, we can restrict access to your Riot accounts and suspend your partner privileges if you are part of our partner program. Considering how strict Riot's terms of service are on their games, like literal quote-unquote toxicity isn't allowed, which is literally like you calling someone shit, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of suspensions going on. Notably, though, the update only specifically mentions that this new penalty potentially applies to content about our games, including League of Legends, Legends of Runeterra, Valorant, and the upcoming fighting game 2XKO, it is currently assumed that it is also in effect for any and all content relating to Riot Games' wider catalog of media, such as the Netflix series Arcane or the various albums released by the in-game bands Pentakill and KDA. Man, this is like actually wild, bro. And the sad part about this is people like to defend this type of garbage. They'll say some stupid bullshit like, oh, you just want to use racial slurs, bro. No, I just don't want to be spied on and have myself moderated off-platform. Alongside this new off-platform penalty rule, Riot Games' recent TOS update also introduces clauses stating that content that promotes breaking our terms of service, specifically sponsorship for and content around boosting services and buying/selling accounts, is now subject to penalty. Stream sniping is explicitly against our rules, and players who do so may be penalized, and for the rare occasion a seriously egregious violation occurs, we're now including Riot-wide bans in our penalty system. Now, I don't have a issue with this at all, this part of the TOS, because people who cheat in online games are massive neckbeard losers, and people promoting cheating and stuff like that is actively hurting the in-game experience, so go ahead and ban those losers. In acknowledgement of the fact that some of these updates may require creators to rethink their existing content strategy and content partners, rather than begin enforcing their new rules immediately, Riot Games is giving creators until January 3rd, 2025 to adjust their content to adhere to these rules. Past that date, the company concluded their blog post, "We can and may begin enforcing these across the entire creator community." So yeah, if you're someone who likes to play a lot of Riot games, this is going to be important that you take into account. Especially if you're a streamer/content creator, there's going to be a lot more restrictions on what you can do now. Just kind of an L, in my opinion. At least they're giving time for you to change your strategy with your content, but what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts down below. Anyway, I'm out of time, so I'm going to hop out of here. Peace.